Good afternoon. This is Tisha McDonald's Alternatives Beauty Studio.
And this is Tanika Gillar. I am naturally yours. People know me as Nikki.
So today, how was your day, Tanika?
It was a okay day. I can't complain. I could complain, but who cares? Nobody listens. So it was
Okay,
a good
okay.
day.
It was
I,
a good day.
I went to the shop this morning, and I usually don't go in on Sunday, but y'all know it's the holiday, and she booked online, so I could not go. So I had to go into work this morning, and it was fine. It was a good day. Quick, she's starting her locks, and so it was a good day. How about you?
My day was busy, still unpacking, um, just getting things together. And even after we finish, we have to run to Home Depot after this. So it's just been a day of unpacking. As you know, yesterday was Walter's 50th birthday. So we were out celebrating yesterday. It was a good day, a late night, and an early morning. So I'm feeling good. I see our special guest is in the waiting area. And
Okay.
yes, her name is Cynthia Hutchison. And so we are going to be talking today about the importance of sisterhood and friendship. Everybody talks about, you know, friendship and sisterhood and loyalty, but do we have that real true friend? Do we have that real stick closer than a brother friendship with people? How are the friendships different today than they were a few years ago? So I am gonna, well, Nika, you introduce Cynthia.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
put
know
her on
since
screen.
Okay, well, I've known Cynthia for over 20 something years since Dwight was small and her son Foster was young. And, Tisha, I think the meeting, she'll tell you about that. It wasn't the most pleasant,
Oh, I'm
because
sorry.
everybody thinks I'm bossy and stuff, but hey, it is what it is. And I think most people will say the same about me. If you ask anyone, she's so rude, the New Yorker thing. But anyway, so I've known her for many, many years. And back and forth from Birmingham to New York to back to Birmingham. She's always been there. I could always call on her. And so I think I would say that she's what a true sister would be, because she gets on me like you get on me. It's bad. I think that y'all two are kind of like the same. And so I'm scared of both of y'all. Like, I know that she'll call you if I'm in trouble for something, but I also know that she'll be there not only for me, but for my family. If Rain needs something, or like when mom passed away, she was here. So she really is a true friend through and through for over 20 years or so. And I have quite a few friends like that. So I don't know if she's lost in transition or if she's still in the waiting area.
She was in, and then she did something. I think she scared herself, so I just removed her real quickly. Cynthia, are you in? Cynthia,
She's freezing a little bit.
camera is off to the side. Cynthia, get more centered to your camera.
She's
No,
trying.
I see. She had it perfect at one point.
Look at Ashton. Ashton might need to help her. But anyway, so while we wait for Cynthia to try to get it together, um, yeah, so I've known her forever. We met, I was a nurse at a facility and she was a tech. Now the roles will be reversed. If I worked at a facility with her, she would be over me. And so I would pray that she would be more lenient on me than I probably was on her when we first met years ago. Are you able
Compassion,
to?
compassion. You want
Yeah,
mercy
yeah.
now.
Okay, but are you there, Sint? We can't hear her.
Volume, Cynthia, turn your volume up on your computer.
Okay, she's just sitting there being cute. But
So let's get into it, Tanika, until she can jump in. Once I hear her voice, then I'll stop talking.
okay,
We have 4 viewers now, and I want to say thank you for joining the Twinness today.
yes. I tell you, are you muting her or is she muting herself?
No, she's muting herself. I think she's trying to find how she can add her
The
volume.
volume. Yeah, yeah. So
But my point was today, so we always have friends, and we want to sometimes we call people friends who are really not our friends, and you don't know that they're not your friends until something big blows up or something major happens in your life. Um, Sometimes we have friends that are just users, and I don't like friends, quote unquote, who are just users. And sometimes you have to look out for the red flags of a user. Um, so she pulled herself out. I think she put herself back in.
Can we try?
There
Yes,
you
Y'all hear
there
me?
go.
you go. There you
Y'all hear me?
go. We hear
Yes.
you.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everybody.
Hello.
Can you do y'all? I can't hear that y'all hear me.
We
We
hear
can hear
you.
you. We hear you.
Okay. All right. Well, like they said, I'm Cynthia, and I've known Nikki for over 20 years. Let me tell you about the first encounter. Like she said previously, I was a nursing assistant, and of course, at that point, she was a nurse, and I was working as hard as I could while she was being glamorous. You know what nurses do? Sometimes they don't do work. But anyway, she walked up to me and say, "Hey, you need to go down there and do so and so to some patient." And I was just like, "Hold on, wait a minute." Okay. So I did it and I came back and I pulled her to the room. I said, "Listen, let's talk. You could have said that a better way. And the next time you talk to me that way, I'm kind of bust you in your head." And we've been friends ever since. Like she
Wow.
pretends to be hard on the outside, but she is very soft on the inside. She's very loving, she's very caring. But she puts that persona up as a protective mode. So you have to get through that to love her, but it takes a bit of time.
So what has kept y'all's sisterhood?
Honesty, um, transparency, trust, love, and God.
Okay, okay. Yes, because I know you. We call you. Well, of course, you and her are there together, and I'm at a distance. But like she said, I will call you in a minute if there's something going
Right,
on down there, and vice
right,
versa if we have something to say. But that's very rare. But
right.
the love is always there. And again, guys, you don't have to speak to someone all day, every day to be friends. Cynthia is a sister from another mister, but we have been friends, through Tanika for all of these years. And if something goes down, she's gonna call me. She has my number, and I have her number. If something goes down, if there was an emergency with my sister's children, Cynthia would be the one that gives me the call right away. So again, when we talk about friendship, how is friendship the same today or different today? And sometimes your friends can be closer than even your relatives. Um, and Cynthia is down there in Alabama with my sister. Um, and who could I ask for a better friend than Cynthia to be with my sister whenever Tanika needs someone to help with rain or, even Ashton and Foster, those are Cynthia's kids, but those are still my nephews. I love them, and I don't think I've ever met Ashton, but he's so tall and handsome. He's so tall and
Oh
handsome.
God, I can send them to you. You
So
get on the
does
next
Foster,
flight.
actually. So, what constitutes as friendship today and loyalty today? Because sometimes you're loyal to a point, and you're loyal when you should not be loyal. Um, Talk to me about that, Nikki.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
okay,
don't know. See, this is why I have Cynthia because sometimes I'm too trusting, and she'll say, "Nikki, no, they're using you, or you being a sucker." She'll just come down on me, and that's how y'all are the same. Y'all have like the same type of a attitude when it comes to me with things. Because I always say I'm book smart, but I'm super ditzy. Things will go right past me, and I won't even see it. And so with the
Yeah.
two of y'all, kind of watching over my shoulder, it keeps me kind of in line. I could get off track sometime, but I think that having like she said, true honesty and friendship, and just knowing that you're there, that you have someone, because sometimes she doesn't feel good and she'll call in Vic. If I don't feel good, I'll call in Vic. Sometimes you too busy, Tia. I don't want to be venting to you, and you got your own situation going on sometime. Or, it's just things like that, especially with work and stuff going on. And since we're here together, things that's going on with her family, or things that's going on with my family, and that's just where it is right now. I mean, even down to mom. When mom was here, Cynthia was on top of it. She was like, let's do this for mom. Let's take mom here. Let's take her there. Let's get her a gift card. And she made things happen for mom. And even Ma got to meet Ashton before she passed away. And so he looked at Ma as a grandmother figure, even though he only met her one time. So Cent, you take it because you're the guest and we're talking.
Well, I'm like getting teary-eyed because friendships sometimes replace family. And it's important to know the difference between a friendship for life and an occasional friendship or a seasonal friendship. What's the difference? A seasonal friendship is somebody that's going to be there during a specific time, and then they will fade away. Friendship for life, they never go away. You always have a connection. God places those people, I think, in your life, and you feel it. You feel it instantly. Sometimes it takes you a while to figure it out, but those are the friendships that you nurture. And friendship is almost like a marriage. It takes work. There are some times that Nikki may need something, or I may need something. She may be tired, or I may be tired. But because she's my friend / sister, I have to forget about myself and do what she needs at the time because it's not about me, it's about her. So you got to be willing. And I think that's what's the problem with friendships. People want to say they're your friends, but they don't want to work for it. They want it to be sometimes a one-sided thing. As long as you're there for them, they're good. But when every time you need them, they're gone. That's not friendships. Those are called acquaintances. And I always tell people, when you say you're my friend, be ready. That's ride or die. Don't use that word lightly, because it's a family. For me, I know I'm talking a lot, but for me, Tisha, Nikki, her brothers, her mom became my family because all of my family have passed on except for my grandfather. Nikki has been with me through a lot of those passings away, and been my rock, held me up when I had nobody else. And that's important. God knew what I needed at the time. That's why he sent her. He knew she needed me at the time because she was going through some stuff. And when you talk to your friends about stuff, it stays right there. It doesn't go to
Now,
the
I'm
next
going to cut
step.
you off right there because we did have a discrepancy years ago when she
Oh,
told me something
oh,
and I
oh,
shared it with the mister and the mister blabbed about it. And from that point on,
okay.
I never said anything else. But that
Okay,
almost
perfect.
broke our friendship because I thought I could share it with him and him be quiet about it, but he didn't. And it put her and our friendship at risk. And
Yes.
sometimes when things like that happen, it does test the friendship. But I was like, this has been too many years that we've been together, you know, let's not end it over this. And so she had to rethink. And I know it took her time to build back trust because she confided in me. And I thought I was confiding, not thinking it would go any further. And so we had to kind of repair from that. And so, and and friendships are not always like that. Even sisterhood, sometimes you have discrepancies because me and you, Tisha, we'll fall out, we'll disagree. We've gotten better over the years, but that's why the twiness is here, because you have an opinion, I have an opinion, Cynthia has an opinion. And so sisters fall out, but it's about falling back in together. And, I think that sometimes, if there's a word out, if you heard something, people have stuff in the grapevine, you hear this, you hear that, but is it when you know that person and you know them down deep, you can't let what you hear take over what the truth of the matter is. I guess
So
that's what.
Cynthia said something that I had touched on a little bit before, and that
Mhm.
was you have your seasonal friends. Before you got on, Cynthia, I had said sometimes friends are users. I call them users. They're there for what they can get out of you, and then they're out. I don't even call them seasonal friends. They're just users, and you can spot a user a mile away sometimes, or
We
sometimes you.
can, but Nikki
Yes.
can't.
Okay. Okay. Oh, and that's what friends and sisters are there to do, is there to protect you. And even though, let's say Tanika wasn't receptive of you saying, um, oh no, that person isn't for you. She could think that you're saying that out of jealousy, but because y'all know each other so well, it would be like, no, she's really not for you, and you really need to look at the red flags. And when it's a real friendship, you can't take offense to that. You got to be able to accept what I'm saying as the truth. And are you my friend behind my back when people are talking negative about me? Or are you going to chime in? Are you going to defend me? Or are you going to chime in and be with them? Or are you just going to sit there and listen and let them talk about me and then bring it back to me to see what I'm going to say?
Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. And then it's all okay. So, and being friends, sometimes your friends have friends that you can't be friends with, and that's okay. That's okay. You can have separate friendships and still be friends. Um, and sometimes we try to mix those because we want to spend time with each other and bring our other friends in, and it doesn't always work out.
And that's fine too. Well, that's fine too. Now we have a friend that's mutual, Allison, who's been with us 20 years as well, pretty much. And she is one that is very crass, but she has her own way, and we know and love and accept it because that's who she is, And so we have to accept each other where we are, where we are and how we are, because we all have different personalities, and that's what makes it unique. That's what helps one another to build.
I know I have a friend who is limited on what you can talk to her about because she only really wants to hear her own opinion.
Negative.
She really doesn't care about what your opinion is. Even though she'll ask you, she won't accept your opinion because her opinion is the only one that counts. So she just wants to hear herself talk. And so I let her go right with it. I'm like, okay, good person, good heart, but I know she's limited, and I'm one with a strong personality, a strong opinion, let's say. And I know me, I'm a selfish friend. So let's say since Cynthia is your friend, Tanika, and we're not sisters, Tanika, I don't want to know about you and Cynthia going out to lunch or you and Cynthia I don't want to know because I'm a selfish friend. If Cynthia is my friend, she's my friend, and I don't care about her other friends. Wow. And I know that about myself. And my daughter is the same way, and she gets it from me. I'm not saying Cynthia can't have other friends. I just don't want to know about her other friends. I'm getting better with that now.
Getting better.
I know. No, ask me, Tanika. You've done it. Why you ain't call me? What you doing? And you're like a selfish sister. And thank you, Cynthia. Cynthia knows. Cynthia knows.
Because I'm the baby. Because I'm the baby.
What? You wait a minute. You are the baby. Mm-hmm.
That's right.
You have to look out. Yes.
Now, if y'all are just joining us, this is the Twinness. I'm Tanika Gillard, Nikki of Naturally Yours.
And this is Tisha McDonald, Alternatives Beauty Studio. And today we're not talking about beauty. Today we're talking about friendships, sisterhood. That's what we're talking about today.
Now, I think, we talk about you.
It's Cynthia Hutchison. This is our guest, a longtime friend of both of ours, but mainly Tanika. And she's a sister, and this is why she's on today. Continue.
Okay, so it came to the point where, I'm in Alabama, and I was trying to purchase a house. So, I don't have no family here, and the banks asked for so much. And even though I sent them pictures of Cent in my wedding and stuff like that, they said that is not good enough. So let me tell you, I had to go super deep. My will is made. And so Cynthia is in my will. She's over Rain's medical care if something happens to me, because she's a nurse and she can give advice to whoever got to make that final decision. So I had to send them copies of that. I had to.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had to send copies of the will to the people that needed it. But for her to be in my will, for her to help give a gift in true faith that I would give her back what she gave to me, that really, I could say that would have tested a friendship if I wasn't true to who I was, or if I wasn't right within, if I was a youth.
No integrity.
Right. So because of that friendship and trust, she knew that she was going to get back what she gave. And then not only that, but because I had her in my will. Now that's true friendship and trust. Because when I look at my
Now
community
listen.
of the special needs, you know, I see that they lack in areas, and nursing care is just not the same. And I don't know where the future is going in that. So, so, you know, that's important. That shows the true friendship there. That could have been a testing point again in our friendship, but it wasn't.
Cynthia,
Listen.
do you see
And
this?
you know, I saw that. Yes, nice to meet you. Yes. And also in that she forgot, she neglected to say that husband's bank statements for both accounts. If I didn't love her or I didn't trust her, that's something really hard to let go and let people be, you know, in your business like that. But because she's my family and my husband always supports what I want to do because I think out my processes before I go through it. But because I love her that much, it wasn't I didn't skip a beat about that. I just had to figure out how to get it to them and I would do it again.
And for you guys watching, how far would you go for your friendship? Would you
All right.
co-sign on or not co-sign, but do a loan or whatever for your friend? How much money are you willing to give? You know, I'm I'm generous. I don't know if I would be that generous, Cynthia. You know, I'm generous.
It
I don't know.
wasn't.
And you know what? Also, I've learned, my grandfather used to always say, never lend more than you can give, because
Right.
sometimes you don't get that money back. You don't know. So, how far are you willing to give in this relationship? Go ahead. But I just
Mhm,
love the fact that y'all are sisters, and you know, you're like, this is what she
Hey,
needs. I'm
Denise.
there for it.
mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't want to mention that. Said only I'll let you handle that part with your husband and stuff like that. You know,
I know.
I know that y'all are a couple. So,
Yes.
but
But he's
yes, so.
supportive. You know, he supports you. He feels like you're his sister-in-law. And if Rain needed anything, I can promise you he would
Yes.
skip over me and make
Rain
sure it
is
was
that
done.
factor.
So yes.
Now, I don't know if y'all saw, but Denise Jones is on, and she just said hi to everyone. She's another great friend, great
Yes.
sister. She lives right around the corner from me, and she's
Mhm.
one that I can call as well when Rain needs something. She is one. My car has broken down. I've called her, you know, and said, "Hey, I need a ride
Even
or
at Ma's
something."
funeral, when Rain had that seizure, even
Mm-hmm.
at Ma's
Yes.
Yes.
funeral.
Yes. She kept
Yes.
Rain while we went to see mom, you know, visit, and she had to pick Rain up from school for me. Rain had a seizure. And, you know, in the back of her car while she was driving home, and she didn't panic. She had to, you know, call and I had to let her know where her medicine and stuff was. So when mom came down in 2018, she got to meet my circle of support. That's what I'm going to say, my circle of support. And because she had been trying to get me to move to the Carolinas with her, and she said, "No, you're good. You have a good support system here." And like I said, we each have our own different personalities, you know. And so I was happy that Ma got to see that before she passed on. So she wasn't as worried, you know, because I do have a support system here. I do have people that I can call in an emergency when I can't contact the mister.
And that's what sisterhood is about. Anything else, Cynthia? Because we're going to wrap this up soon.
Um, have anything else to say? All I would say is if you have a friendship that is that is a true friendship, take the time to nurture it. Treat it as if it was a marriage, because it is a commitment to be someone's friend. Like Tisha said earlier, you don't have to speak to somebody daily. Um, but when you get on the same lines with a friend, you should know when there's something wrong. If you send a text and you get a quick, yeah, okay, there's something wrong. You need to investigate more. You need to make sure your friend is okay, even if it's a drive by her house. That's allowed as a friend. That's allowed. But make sure you nurture your friendship, because they're important to have because we can't live in this world alone.
My ending on it would be that they're, like she said, nurture it, but there's also seasons because there's
Mhm,
sometimes that you just don't feel like being bothered, but
mhm,
sometimes you'll let your friend know, hey, I'm good. I just need a break. I just need some time. I just need to
mhm.
focus. And I know that we go through some stuff, you know, sometimes, but if you're communicating with one another, it's fine. You know, you don't have to
Mhm.
talk every day, but let someone know. Sometimes she'll say, Nick, I got to go to the doctor. I have to go out of town. Just let me know where you're going so I can be aware. And when your friendship is this close, you kind of know each other's medical history and stuff like that. That's important too. So just know that there are lulls in friendships, relationships, marriages even. There's lulls. So just be in for the ride. I'm Nikki. I'm naturally yours.
Okay, Nikki, I'm naturally yours. Lulls. I don't know. I don't know, because you have some friends that's like almost like, what do you mean you need a break? Because they're, I don't want to say codependent, but so used to speaking to you all the time. I have one, we speak all day, every day, many times a day, like me and you, Tanika. If you tell me you need a break, I'll be like, what the, what's going on here? I don't know.
No, we'll say, hey, I'm turning my phone off. I'm going to bed early tonight, or I'm busy tomorrow. You ain't going to hear from me all day. So that's what I'm talking about, stuff like that. But sometimes you just
can't be a 2-dayer.
Oh my God, Tisha, we have discovered, Tisha, that you're possessive and you're selfish. For your friends, and just a little bit. I get it. That's okay.
I don't have to speak to you every day though. I'm good. I'm good with, like, I need a break. I need a moment. I need my phone to stop going off. I'm tired of hearing this.
Yes.
I get like that. Like,
just let
I'm
you
like
know.
that a lot.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, when this girl was in nursing school, I couldn't talk to her at all.
No.
Please.
No.
So
I have a girlfriend, she's going for her PhD. And it's like, I'll speak to you when I speak to you. I'll wait for her to text me, because I don't want to interrupt, and she's doing her dissertation or this, that, and the other.
Like with me, I have so much going on in the house that I don't have time all the time to talk or to even text. You know me, I'll be quick to say, I gotta go, or
I'm good for silencing my phone. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
See, Cynthia, I'm not the crutch. Not the crutch, but what is it? I'm not the one that's dependent. Like, I'm so independent, like I could not so be bothered.
Well, listen, let me tell you about Nikki, okay? It's okay for you to call Nikki, and Nikki's like, get off my phone, beat it. Okay.
Yeah.
But then if she calls you and you tell her, I got time. Oh, feelings hurt. Feelings hurt. She can tell you to beat it all day. Just don't tell her to beat it. Feelings hurt. Yes.
Oh.
Poor baby. Poor baby. Just hang up and keep going. She'll be okay.
So we want to say thank you for joining us today. This is Cynthia Hutchison. We are talking about sisterhood and friendship. And sometimes your friends are so much closer than your relatives. And then when you're in proximity, and it's just, it's just a good time today. It's just a good time. And I want to say thank you to Cynthia for joining us. I know how I am with friendship. Now I'm getting a better feel of Tanika with her friendship. And I'm more like, whatever, I'm good. Because I know you got to take stock of yourself. What kind of friend are you? I know I'm a good friend. I know I put out more than what I expect back, but you cross me once, and that's the last time you're going to cross me. I'm not easy to forgive. I'm learning better how to forgive. I see something. Oh, it's just a leaf. I'm doing better now, but yeah, that's it. I feel like as a friend, you can call me anytime, day or night, and I think that's the way it should be. You don't have to make an appointment to call me. You don't have to make an appointment to come see me. You don't have to make an appointment. Some friends is like, nope, you have to make an appointment to stop by my house. You have to, you know what I'm saying? That's just me.
We don't have no appointment system over here because I drive by whenever I want.
She's awful. She'll show up at the shop. She'll show up at my house. House caught on fire. She ran up here. Ma passed away. She ran up. I'm like, what do you want, girl?
No job. No job. I don't care. Job. I got to go. Got to go. My job says, where are you going? My sister needs me. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Got to go.
And that's
Maybe
the
I'll
truth.
be here tomorrow supporting how she is.
She does that, T. I'm like, what are you doing here?
That's good. Yeah. That's good. So I want to say thank you for joining us one more time.
I'm laughing at you.
You laughing at me, Nikki?
Cynthia.
Oh, okay. Again, thank you for joining us today, Alternatives Beauty Studio. This is Tisha speaking. Um, Check out our website, The Twinness. This is Tanika, Naturally Yours, and this is Cynthia. We had a good time today, and I want to say thank you again, and we will see you Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern
We
Standard
have
Time,
to, yeah, 6 o'clock my time,
Eastern Standard Time.
Central Standard
Bye
Time.
bye.
Yes. Oh, see you, Max.
Oh, look at that, yeah, so long.